Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get started. Welcome, guys, to our first training on how to rock your Facebook like page. I am really excited to take you guys through this, and I hope that you will, gain tons of awesome information and feel really empowered and knowledgeable about how to effectively run a like page, Facebook like page. Because unlike other forms of social media, this is very much a pay-to-play platform. So you have to be willing to invest financially in order to make this work. But luckily, you don't have to invest that much. Like I shared in the initial video, I spend $2 a day right now on my like page. I spend, $1 to the US and $1 to the UK. And I bring in about a couple hundred of very targeted people every single week. And that's who I am talking to. That's who I'm building relationships with. That's how I'm building my challenge groups. That's where I'm finding coaches. It's all through my like page. So I am just going to really start from the very beginning, and we're going to take you through step by step. So try not to jump ahead or get overwhelmed. I know Brad made a comment about split testing and everybody was freaking out like, oh my gosh, what are you talking about? Don't worry, we're going to get there. So today I'm going to start with the very basics, because I know a lot of you, maybe you're new coaches, you don't even have a like page set up yet. So we're going to go through how to set up your like page, the do's and don'ts of setting up the like page, getting your Facebook ready to run ads, and all of that good stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to go right into it. So you guys, if you're on your computer or you're watching this replay, you can literally follow along step by step to get your like page set up right now as we're doing it, okay? So I'm going to click share screen. And can you guys give me just a thumbs up if you can see my screen? Thumbs up? Okay, awesome. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to facebook.com/pages/create, and just put that into the toolbar. And let me bring this back over here. Okay, hold on. All right, and now this should come up right here. And all you're going to do is click artist, brand, or public figure. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Sorry. Okay, sorry. These other ones is not quite as important like what you pick. You just really don't want to pick a local business, but pretty much everybody goes with artist, band, or public figure. So I would just say click on that one. Then you're going to choose a category. Again, honestly, this one doesn't really matter that much, and you can pick whatever you want. Most people just pick a coach, but it's not going to have an impact on how your page runs, okay? Then you're going to put your name. Now, some people come up with all sorts of different names, and a lot of people just use their own names. So don't worry about trying to come up with a super cool name and let that hold you back. For me, I'm the Fit Gourmet, and that's just something that kind of worked well with me. But again, the name isn't as important as just getting it up there. So you can literally just go with your name. So I'm just gonna, pretend and put your name right there. Okay, then click get started. And again, I will post a recording of this call, and I will put these action steps there for you guys. So in case you're not being able to follow along right now, or you want it written out, I'll do that in the group. Okay, so click get started. Oh, right, sorry. Probably somebody else has tried this before, so I'll just do your name, 22. How about that? What? Okay, here we go. All right, so now you have your page, and you're going to go ahead and do the photographs. So first off, you're going to add a profile picture. So same way as you do on your your personal page, you need to have a profile picture. And you want to really make sure that people can see your face. So it shouldn't be a full body shot or a long distance shot or wearing a hat. Basically your profile picture is your first introduction to people. It's imagine if you were walking into a job interview, and that very first impression, that very first handshake is what your profile picture is. So it should just be your face, smiling, a nice picture of you. It doesn't have to be professional, like headshot. You can totally take it with your phone. I think the one that I've had forever, I used the Snapchat Pretty Filter because it's awesome. But just upload a good profile picture of you in here. Okay. Next, you want to add your cover photo. And the cover photo is really important, and I'm going to go more into creating that right after this. But the cover photo basically tells more about you and what people can expect from your page. So like the profile picture is your introduction, and your cover photo is what you are about. So you can absolutely make your own if you're really savvy with Photoshop or Canva or there's other ones. You can make your own, or you can also outsource it to other people, and I'll share some resources for that as well. What I would encourage you to do is check out other coaches that you admire, other coaches that you gel with. See what they have on their cover photo. I will tell you, and this is just a personal thing, I feel like right now there's sort of this look that Beachbody coaches like pages have. And if you guys were at Summit and Chalene Johnson did this amazing talk about social media and how a lot of the times coaches are sort of coming off as salesy or pushy, and people are starting to be turned away from that. This is just my personal opinion, but I feel like if you go with that generic look for your cover photo, people are going to start thinking, oh, Beachbody coach, and go turn the other way because they just expect to be sold by or sold to. So it's totally up to you. Of course, you can create your cover photo however you want. That's just my own 2 cents. So you want to make sure your cover photo is in line with your branding. And you may be thinking like, oh my gosh, I have no idea like what you're talking about with branding. So I have a super fun branding quiz for you guys to do. And I'm going to, I don't know if you can see this over here, but these are my notes just so I make sure I covered everything today. And there's a super fun branding quiz that I will post in the group that you guys can walk through and figure out sort of more about like what you want your brand to be about, what your brand stands for, some quotes, some colors, pictures, and that can really help you in either creating your cover photo yourself or outsourcing it. So let's talk about outsourcing, okay? So the first one you can do is Fiverr.com, and this one is awesome. I'm just gonna come in here and go to Fiverr so you can see what it looks like. In here, you can hire people to help you. It's basically outsourcing. And you can just type in like Facebook cover photo, okay? And it's gonna bring up all these different people who make Facebook cover photos. And you can see that it's like you can find people super cheap, like $5, guys, like $5, $15, $20. You can find somebody to make you an amazing cover photo. So you don't need to take a bunch of time doing it yourself. So all you're going to do is scroll through here and look to see if you find, one that you really like a creator that you really like. So for instance, let's try this person. So you're just going to click on them. It's going to take you into their, okay, I'm not actually a member here. Let's see if it'll let me do this. Okay. Wants me to join. All right, I'll join. I actually created my cover photo myself, but I've been thinking about having somebody make me a new one because I kind of feel like mine is becoming a bit generic and I want to make it stand out more. But basically, you're going to go into somebody's account. You're going to see, okay, they've made over 5,000 cover photos or projects for people, so that's awesome. They have 5 stars. They have 8 orders in line, which means there's 8 other people who have, ordered something ahead of you, so you might have to wait a little bit. And then you can click through and see, do you like their work? And if you do, well, that's kind of not so fun. If you do, you can reach out and you can start working with them. And that person will help you to create your cover photo. And a lot of people will do unlimited amount of revisions. So you do want to just look through there and see if they will do that. So if you don't love what they came up with in the first place, you can go back and have them revised and changed as much as you want. Don't worry about not having professional photographs as well. I know you might be thinking like, oh my gosh, I don't have like any good photos of me. A good graphic artist can really help you with that. So you can even just get like a good selfie on your cell phone and use that on your cover. So don't let that hold you back either. So Fiverr, again, is awesome. There's also somebody else that a lot of, sorry, a package that my girls were excited for just arrived.
It's that the package is that this wide and that long.
Cool.
And that thick.
Awesome. Okay. Sorry. All right. So again, Fiverr, awesome option for cover photos. Another one that a lot of coaches have used is a guy named French. And you can come here to his profile. Oh, that's weird. I don't know why it didn't give that to me. There we go. Oh. Okay, I'll have to go back. My link is not working, but I can totally post that in the group if you guys want his contact. He's created a ton of cover photos for Beachbody coaches. Again, I think his covers are a little bit generic, and to me they sort of scream Beachbody coach, but totally up to you. Another option is Online Jobs PH. This is going to be more if you're like wanting more graphics done, more virtual assistant type of things, but also an awesome outsourcing resource. Okay, so that has gotten you your life page set up. You have your profile picture. You're going to work on your cover photo this week so you can get that done and up. Then you need to set up the billing so that you are ready to go. So what you're going to do is you're just going to, hold on, click this little drop down.
I want you to feel how soft.
That's awesome. I'm doing a call right now, honey. Okay, sorry, they're very excited. All right, click this little caret up here. Come down to Manage Ads. Okay, and it's going to bring up your ads manager. I will also post direct links to that, to what I'm going through right now in the group, so you can easily find it. Okay, coming over here on these three little bars, and it's going to give you a bunch of different options. So here you'll see my frequently used ones. If you go to All Tools, this is what you'll see because this is going to be new for you. And you're going to want to click on Billing and Payment Methods. Okay. Then you want to click, Edit Payment Methods. This is where you're just going to add the card that you're going to pay with. So how you want to do it, totally up to you. Shh, hey guys, you gotta be quiet. I'm doing a call right now.
We're sitting in that right here.
Okay, but you've got to be quiet. So why don't you go do it maybe on my workout mat, okay? Okay. Okay, so you're going to you can edit your payment methods here. Hold on. And if you need to, you can just add a payment method, put it in there. You can change it whenever you need to. Okay. We're going to just go back real quick here. Hold on. Okay. Then you can edit account spending limit if you want to here. And this will basically turn your ads off after you've spent a certain amount of money. So say you want to make sure you don't spend more than like $50 or $100 or $200. You can put that right in here and you can set the limit. Totally up to you. I'm going to help you understand exactly how to budget for your ads, how to watch them every single day, and how to optimize them so you are very aware of how much you're spending and you're not going to be overspending or have it just like go crazy away, okay? All right, so then you can also set up billing preferences. I'm just going to go back here. Billing preferences. So you can set it to when you want to be billed. So I like to be billed every time I've spent $50. That's just what works for me and my budget. But you can set it for whatever you want or nothing at all. So if it's easier for you to just pay, you know, once a month, that's fine. If it's easy for you to pay like every time you spend $10, you can put that in too, okay? So that should get your billing all set up so you are ready to go. And again, I will post these links in the group. Okay, now I know this was a lot of information, and since this is a brand new group, like this is the first time I'm doing this, and this is a lot of information right off the bat, I want to know from you guys really quick if you think that this is enough information for you to do this week, or if you think you could handle more. Because if you think you could handle more, I can go into the first steps to creating your very first ads that we're going to run. So I'm going to unmute you guys really quick. And Christine says more. Okay, cool. Who else thinks that they could handle more this week? Like I said, since this is the first training, I was kind of waiting to see what you guys think you could do, because I don't want to overwhelm you. Cool. Okay. Awesome. You guys are ready for more. All right. So then I'm going to go into how this actually works. So we've got your like page set up. You have your profile, you have your cover photo, you have your billing set up. So don't proceed to this next step until all that's done, because it won't work if you don't. And then of course you want to be posting on your like page right away. So right now, just post the same thing that you're doing on your personal on your like page as soon as you get it set up. So don't worry about what we're doing behind the scenes with ads. You want to be getting content up there right away. So you should be following the posting schedule in our Diamond group. If you are in there, I'm going to assume most of you guys are, because you're go-getters. If not, just make sure that you are posting on your like page, so that once we get these ads up and running, people don't come to your page and there's nothing there, right? They'd be like, okay, never mind. So just make sure that you are posting on your page. All right, so how this whole system works is based on split testing. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you set up a bunch of different ads, and I'm going to help you create those, so don't worry. And then we're going to help you learn how to test them. So from that one ad, you get the one that is what we call your winning ad, and it's the one that's going to cost you the least, and it's going to bring you in your target market, like your people. So I could go into all the details of how it works, but honestly, I think you'll learn better if you just do it instead of me explaining the whole system. I'm just going to basically walk you through what you need to do. So this week, what you're going to do to get ready to start testing is, of course, all the stuff I just shared with you. And then you're going to create at least 10 videos to test. Okay? Now, let me just tell you what you should be having in your videos. They should be short, ideally 1 to 2 minutes long. They can be any topic that you want, but I will tell you that what seems to work the best, and I've been in these groups with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of coaches, and I would say 95% of the time it's workout videos that perform the best. So most of the times these are just mashups of you doing different moves. And I can pull up the one that I have right now and show you guys just as an example, but you want to be creating at least 10 of those this week to test. And don't worry about them being perfect, or your background being perfect, or the lighting being perfect, or whatever. You literally just want to get enough volume that we can start testing them. Because the kind of crazy thing with ads is sometimes what you think is going to work doesn't work, and what you don't think is going to work works. So right now, you really just want to be getting a lot of things up and running so that you can test them. So I make my videos for Facebook ads in iMovie. So I have an Apple computer and I use iMovie. I'm not going to give you a tutorial because there's 5 million on YouTube, but you can use iMovie to create your videos. I shoot them all on my iPhone, so don't worry about having special equipment. just set up a little tripod and literally, if you're working out every day, just shoot yourself doing like 15 seconds of each move, like during the, or not each move, but you know, what, that would be 8 moves, 15 seconds each if it was 2 minutes long. Just like hit record while you're doing your Shift Shock workout or whatever workout and get little snippets of yourself and then put those together in a compilation, like a little sequence. And you want to make sure that the recording is horizontal, not vertical. Sorry, I'm like, horizontal. And make sure that you fill up the screen as much as you can. So you don't want it to be like you're like super, super far away. You want to be like filling up the whole screen if you can, just because that's going to grab people's attention better. Make sure that you use royalty-free music. That's super, 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 super important, or else you can get your account dinged. They don't like that. So you can get it for free on YouTube, I believe. I personally feel it's safer to go through iTunes and just buy like 1 or 2 royalty-free songs for like $1 or $2, and then you can just reuse those on all the videos. So that's totally easy. That's what I do. So make sure you do royalty-free music. Let's see, what else? People really love like specific circuits. Like the one that I have that works so well was an ab circuit. Or people love like booty circuits or leg circuits or upper body circuits. Basically something that's going to give them something of value. Some people have had great luck with like a recipe or a little motivation. So really you can do whatever you want, but honestly it's the fitness videos that have worked the best. So let me just see if I can share my screen again, and I'll show you the one that I have that's currently running, just so you can get a better idea of what it looks like. And then I know Sheena's in here as well and in this group, and I'll ask her to share hers. So let me just get this. Sorry, they're always changing. Where did you go? They're always changing how it looks in here, and now I can't find how to see it. Hold on. Sorry, one sec. Hopefully you were taking notes and instead of watching me trying to figure out how to see this. Sorry, usually there's like this little eye that comes up and I don't know where he is. Why it's not letting me see it. All right, let me see if I can just find it on my computer. Sorry, I meant to pull this up before I got on here. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I will find this so I don't waste your time by like searching through here. I don't know why it's not letting me see it. I really wanted to show it to you guys. I wonder if that will do it for me. Hold on. I don't know if it's actually going to show me that or it's just going to show me, yeah. That's annoying.
Oh, I see it.
Maybe I can play it in here. Ah, there we go. Okay. Sorry this took me so long to find it. Let me see. I wonder if I can get it any bigger. I guess not. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see this, and I'll just show you it really quick. And again, I'll put it in the group. basically it just goes on like that for a minute and 41 seconds. So again, you can see that I actually sped it up. That is also really helpful for getting more, more content into a shorter amount of video. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing again really quick. So again, I will post that whole video in the group so you can check it out and use it as a reference. I have a couple other ones that I've used in the past as well. But honestly, guys, this one has been running for a very long time. I should go back and see like when I actually launched it. That would be interesting. Let me see. When was it? Hold on. Because I want to tell you guys. February 5th. Okay. So it was literally February 5th that I got this video up and going, and it became my winning video, and it's been bringing in, like I said, like 300 targeted likes every single week since February. So this kind of system takes more work in the front end, but then once you have it set up and running, it can just go as long as you want, and you don't have to do anything else. So we have about 10 minutes left, and I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions. I know I went through that like super fast, like blasting through it just because I want to be able to give you guys as much as possible. So I'm going to unmute everybody, and you can ask me any questions that you have. Okay. Everybody is unmuted. Who has a question?
I do. So
Awesome.
do you think it's actually in our best interest to do all 10 of the videos as workout videos just to start off because they do so much better, or should we actually try and mix it up a little bit?
I personally do think you should. It's just my opinion. So, in the trainings that I've been through, they'll say like, you never know what's going to work. So try everything. But in being most effective with your time, I would start away with testing fitness videos.
Okay, perfect.
That's all I ever did, to be honest, because I was like, well, I'm just going to do with what they say works.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anybody else have any other questions?
So I'm sorry, this is Christine.
Hi, Christine.
Hey, so when do they see these videos? Like, I don't really know how Facebook like pages work.
Yeah, totally good question. So they're not going to see these videos until we actually launch them in the in the Power Editor and make ads out of them and start testing them. So don't worry about that right now. I will walk you through exactly how to set that up, how to start showing them, and how to start testing them next week. So this week, just but focus on creating and getting them ready. So during the call next week, you can set it up.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm trying to make this training sort of a as you need to know it basis instead of overwhelming you with all of the how-tos right from the beginning in the entire system. I think you'll learn it better if you're sort of creating and doing as we're teaching. If that makes sense. Cool. Okay. Anybody else have any other questions?
I do. This is Christina Lewis.
Hi, Christina.
Hey. So I've already launched my like page,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually did do a video, and I posted it on my like page.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel really great about the video that I made.
Awesome.
Can we post our like page on the group so that everybody can check it out, and maybe we can critique each other?
Totally.
Or you can critique us.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea. And I was actually going to say that once people have your page set up and you have your cover photo and your profile pic, totally share it in the group, and we can all help you.
Okay, yes, I want to really work on my cover photo. So I'll be using some of these options you gave us.
Yeah, awesome. And if you get, if you end up using Fiverr or something and having somebody create your cover photo, you'll get a bunch of options back feel free to post those in the group too and be like, hey, do you think, option A, B, C, or D is better? And we can give you feedback. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I really, you can't underestimate the importance of a good profile and cover picture, because we make snap decisions about everything, right? In 2 seconds. You literally have 2, 3, 4 seconds for somebody to determine if they're going to follow you or not. And that's going to be on your your cover photo and your profile picture when they go there. So it's important to have a good one.
Okay.
Yeah. Great question. Anybody else have any other questions? Did this all make sense? Do you guys feel like you have a clear idea of what you need to do this week and how to do it?
For sure.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Awesome. Yes. Yay. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, again, your assignment then this week is to create your like page if you haven't already. Get your profile picture up. It can be the same as your personal page. It's totally fine. But make sure it's your pretty face. And then get your cover photo done. You can make it yourself if you're super savvy, or outsource it, which I would recommend. Oh, and take the branding quiz. I'm going to post that in the group too. And post your results. It'll be fun. I'm a hero. That was my results. But that'll be really helpful for you if you're especially working with somebody else, because you can say hey, I really like these fonts, or I really like these colors, or my brand is really about this. And that will really help them understand the feeling that you want your cover photo to portray. So definitely take that branding quiz. And then get started shooting your videos. Again, don't worry about too much about making them perfect, but a couple tips: horizontal, make sure you're filling up the frame as much as you can. I think that's one reason why the video I shared with you worked so well, is most of my moves I was planking. And so I could really fill up the whole screen because it was long ways. Better lighting is great. Bright clothing is great because, again, it's like the NASCAR freeway on Facebook. People are scrolling, and so you want to be able to grab their attention. So something bright and colorful and quick moving, if you speed it up, is super, super helpful. So get on iMovie, figure it out, make your videos, get your page set up. Use the group if you have any sort of roadblocks or questions. And again, I'll post a recording in the group if you need to go back through. And we'll meet again next week.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a great day, guys, and we will talk later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.